share it before we get started.
And here we go. Welcome, folks, to Wildcat Game Day. It's Bill Swinford, Gage Johnson with you again today from the Swinford Media Group, bringing you live Marion Wildcat basketball. This morning, we have the Lady Wildcats for the first time this season as they are kicking off the Cuss Wilson Classic or Shootout. I forget what it's called every time, but it's something like that. And we're going to call it the Cuss Wilson Classic. If that's not what's called, hey, it is the Cuss Wilson Classic. I think I was calling it the Shootout too many times last night. Anyway, Gage, I'm glad we're back here. Last night we were here to watch the varsity boys win their opening game against Cahokia. We'll tell you more details of that game later in the broadcast. But right now we're focusing on these Lady Wildcat girls who are off to a great start. Their latest win just Thursday night against Anna, 88-45 over AJ. Hitting 6 3-pointers in the first half. This team can shoot. This team can score. This team can also defend. 88-45, led by Carly Midget, just a sophomore. This is a player you'll want to get to know if you don't know Carly already. 6-foot sophomore guard. So much potential, but already lighting up the scoreboard as a sophomore. She had a great season last year for the regional championship team. But Gage is going to tell you more about that and how this team has gotten to the 5-0 mark they have at this point in the season.
Yeah, picking up where they left off from last year, had a nice run to the regional title, and now they bring a lot of that experience back, ready for a tough schedule to start this year. Like you said, mentioned starting 5-0. After last year, they finished 21-9. You know, they have most of their cast coming back, like you just mentioned, Carly Midget. You have senior Kamari Jackson, Paisley Freeborn, sophomore Ja'Kai Peterman, senior Libby Garrett, Nyjah Curry, and senior Addie Lennon. So there's a number of players that are coming back for the girls, ready to make an impact. Their season started again on November 19th against Belleville Altoff. And what a way to start the season by winning by 75-38. So and then they made their home debut on Saturday against Mount Carmel, winning 61-57 before traveling to Sykeston to win 72-28. And then taking on Harrisburg 62-53 and then beating Anna Jonesboro Thursday night. So already off to a hot start, but they've got a tough schedule under head coach Eric Griffin. The December slate offers a lot of challenges and chances for them to grow, with Mount Vernon coming on December 11th, Carterville on December 13th, and Cahokia on the 16th, a key conference matchup.
All right, so we've got more for you on our Binkley-Ross Funeral Home pregame show as we get ready for another Wildcat Game Day here at Cuss Wilson Gym. Thanks to Binkley-Ross and all of our fine sponsors, of course, led by Watermark Auto Group, who sponsors everything we do on the Swinford Media Group side. Stay with us. We'll have more for you right after this.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
The teachers are really good, they're understanding.
All our faculty here teach from experience.
I love it. It's so hands-on. They want to see us succeed.
There's so many options, so many things they can choose from.
I wasn't just another statistic out there.
My advisors and my professors have been very helpful.
I've felt completely at home from the first day.
Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful and encouraging. It's made it really easy. So I would for sure recommend John A.
Welcome back to Cuss Wilson Gym, where we have Wildcat Game Day action getting ready to start for you here in just a couple of minutes. It's the Lady Wildcats varsity taking on Troy Triad as they kick off the Cuss Wilson Classic here at Cuss Wilson Gym today. We got a lot of basketball to be played in this gym today. We are going to be streaming 2 games. This one here for you in just a minute, and then we'll come back this evening at 7 o'clock or sometime thereafter to bring you the varsity boys who are off to a 1-0 start after getting a win over Cahokia last night. But right now we are, that's not the right graphic. Right now we are in the Binkley-Ross pregame show. I did that last night as well. You'll notice right away that our usual team, Riley Swinford and Ross Swinford, are not here. We're doing our best to fill in for them. They are actually in Chicago this weekend. Riley is an assistant coach with Southeastern Illinois College Falcons, and Ross travels with the team handling their social media, handling a lot of their live streaming, and so we've lost them for the weekend. But I think we did okay last night, Gage.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we need to talk again a little bit about some of our Legence Bank players to bank on for the Wildcats in this game.
Yeah, I expect a lot of the senior experience to kind of take over here at home this Saturday morning, kind of lead by example. Some of those being Kamari Jackson, Paisley Freeborn, Addie Lennon, Libby Garrett, like we mentioned before. But as always, look out for Carly Midget as well. She can fill up the stat sheet in a hurry. So number of players to watch out for as these Lady Wildcats take the floor this morning.
So, keys to the game. What should the Lady Wildcats concentrate on coming out of the gate? You know, they're coming out 5-0. When you're 5-0, you start building up a lot of confidence. Of course, they had plenty of reason to come in this season with confidence, returning so many starters. But what do they need to concentrate on in our keys to the game, brought to you by Watermark Auto Group?
Absolutely. I'd say get going early, right? With morning games like this, sometimes it can take a second to get your feet under you. If you can get yourself going early and kind of make sure you don't have to wait to wake up and get playing the way you want to play, then the Wildcats will be starting off on a good foot. You also want to defend without fouling. Make sure that you can take away the team's ability to get to the line consistently, and then make sure you rebound off of those chances on the defensive end.
We're going to take a moment out for the national anthem. And our national anthem means it's almost time for our starting lineups. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer as he introduces the Triad starting lineup.
First, a senior, number 1, Presley Thompson. Number 15, a senior, Erica Boyce. Number 23, a senior, Alexia Metcalf. A senior, number 32, Emerson Gidry. And a sophomore, number 33, Kenzie Becker. The Knights are coached by Jocelyn, assisted by Megan Pump, Wilson Neal, Scott Schaffler, and Bud Valvino.
Now the lineup for our 5-0 Lady Wildcats.
starting lineup for your Lady Wildcats. Out of guard, a deceptively short 6'7", number 1, Kamari Stackhouse Jackson. At a center, a staggering 4'11", number 14, Carly Racecar Midget. A 5'6" sophomore, number 30, Jakiah Hangezone Peterman. A 5'11" senior, number 33, Libby Wiggles Garrett. And a 5'10" guard, a junior, number 42, Naisha Spicy Curry. The Lady Wildcats are coached by Eric Griffin, assisted by Ed Ward, Jesse Crabtree, and Anthony Houston.
So there's your lineup for Marion. I hope you got all those nicknames, Gage. Run through that lineup one more time for us, if you would.
Absolutely. So we've got Kamari Jackson holding it down at the guard spot, followed by Carly Midget, Jakiah Peterman, Libby Garrett, and Aisha Curry.
You know, they introduce Miss Midget as a center, and she's listed as a guard forward. You will see her hands on the ball a lot, and I think a lot of times one of the reasons they do that, she is one of the taller players on the court at 6 foot, and she will jump center. But they love to get a mismatch with another center on her, but she's got all the skills you need from point guard on down. Watch for her to have her hands on the ball a lot. Obviously, she is a top scorer for the Wildcats. And let's see if she wins the tip. Take it, Gage.
Kamari's able to track this one down, gets it out to Curry, who will now push the break. Bounce pass feed, finger roll, and she's fouled. That'll be Jakiah Peterman heading to the line.
Reminder, these Lady Wildcats are not just 5-0. They are your defending regional champion. You've got a special team here that still has a lot of great things in their future.
Absolutely, and I mean right away on that first play, you see the hustle to go get the tip to win it, and then the team chemistry, nice passing to get that early bucket, or early trip to the line, I should say. Triad's not able to get their first shot to go as Kamari will heave a pass down floor. Nice find, but it's not able to score. Peterman rebound. Lady Wildcats get a couple of chances there, unable to convert. But you like the pace that they're playing with early, and they'll pick up some full court pressure right now to try to set the tone here early in this one. Gibbett picks up ball. Now Kamari over up top. And Triad sinks their first of the night, or of the morning.
Yes, it is morning, Gage. We were just here last night as the varsity Wildcats got their first win. We'll tell you more about that at halftime.
Nice feed as Kamari was doubled and finds Curry. It's swung over in the middle. That one rims out. Marion getting some good looks. They're not falling right now, but you like the shots that you're getting and knowing that hopefully if you keep taking these good looks, they're going to start falling.
We're just underway in the Cuss Wilson Classic today. Lots of basketball. You'll have plenty of chance.
Inbound into Garrett, and she finishes.
You'll have plenty of chance to get out and enjoy basketball in person today. We'll tell you that lineup of games in a little while also.
Thompson with it over on that right wing. She looks to hand off. Nothing going. Elbow pass. The retrieve for Triad's no good. Jackson's got the board. She's looking to get it up ahead. Nice job of being patient. The bounce pass is there, but can't get the finish. So Marion unlucky with some early chances. But bailed out right there by a Triad travel. Nice job of Jackson to put some pressure on Triad.
Early indications are this could be a very good matchup.
Nice find on the cut by Jackson. Garrett steps in, wasn't able to get it to go, but Peterman has it now on the wing. Over to Midget. Facing pressure up near the M. She'll take a dribble. Hit it off to Peterman, who drives. Kick to Jackson. One more to Curry. 3-ball. Just a bit wide. Midget will track it down, though, and drive baseline. Tries to find Garrett, but to no avail there, but it'll be Marion ball underneath. Garrett gets it over to Peterman. Oh, a nice change of direction. Left hand bounce pass. Layup no good, though. Marion getting all the looks they want right now, Bill.
Can't quite finish. A lot of good passing, though.
Steal by Garrett. This one goes up to Jackson. Jackson will go up with the left. No good, but Curry follows. Well, once the baskets start falling, I have a feeling that Marion's got a chance to pull away as they're in total control here early.
Don't know a lot about Triad and the season they've had so far, but Marion is already proven early in this year that they're a force to be reckoned with, and I'm sure Triad knew that coming in.
Duff will take the inbound for Triad. Drives left. Goes for the handoff, but there's nothing there. They'll swing it on over to the corner. They try to hit a back cut, and that's another steal for Garrett. She spins, gets it across to Curry in the middle. Curry will go all the way, and nice finish with the contact. And a quick run there for the Lady Wildcats, and now they lead 7-2. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress knows your sleep is important. That's why our mattress studio is one of the largest in the area. We've got Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and more. Tempur-Pedic mattresses start as low as $28 a month with up to 6 years interest-free financing. And Queen mattresses start at just $179. Plus, enjoy the comfort of our 90-day sleep guarantee and same-day delivery. And now, no credit needed.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress.
And we're back here at Custer Wilson Gym for the Custer Wilson Classic. Lady Wildcats off to an early lead, 7-2, 4:54 left in the first quarter. Got this game for you today here on Swinford Media Group, and we'll be back this evening for the varsity boys. Gage Johnson has the play-by-play.
Marion with some nice pressures. Triad's able to get through. Thought Midget did a nice job of sliding their feet there, but they'll say she got hit with the blocking foul. Triad ball underneath the basket on this right side. Let's see what adjustments they make after the timeout. They fake the handoff. A nice drive right there, but it won't go. Another chance right there. And that is Erica Boyce finishing for Triad, making it a 7-4 game. Peterman will get it and faces a double team. Tries to get it to Jackson, but the pass isn't there. Just not enough juice on that one. Boyce will get it again. She fires up from 3 this time. No good as it falls short. Curry with the rebound. What an outlet pass right there. Finds Midget. She's all alone. A nice Euro. Doesn't take the shot, kicks it over, but that pass coming back will go wide, and that'll be a backcourt violation.
Triad came out of that timeout with some fire.
Absolutely. And Marion, you like seeing those big outlet passes, but you don't want to come too reliant on them. A couple possessions down the floor where it's been hard to get that deep ball kind of thrown there. So want to find a way to take their time and find those gaps when they can. Nice pump fake from Jennerman, but they're not able to get anything as Jackson gets the steal. Finds Curry. She'll look to bring it up herself. Passes to Peterman off the double. Peterman down the middle. Euro step. No good. Man, there is just a lid on the basket for the Lady Wildcats right now. Obucina swings it over to Duff. Duff for 3. No good. Curry will grab the rebound. She throws it to a midget who just happens to find the ball in her hands, who finds Peterman for the bucket. That breaks up about a minute-long scoreless streak right there for the Lady Wildcats. It's now 9-4.
That's called having a sense for the basketball.
They're doing a nice job sliding feet. They swing it over to Boyce. Cut across the middle, nothing for Triad there. Duff lets this one fly from 3. No good. Jackson grabs the rebound. She'll look to push. She finds Garrett. Garrett goes up for the layup, and she's blocked. And this will be Addie Lennon checking in for Naija Curry. She'll get a breather. So first, Lennon's the first off the bench for the Lady Wildcats this morning. They hit Midget in the post. She kicks it over to Peterman. One step to the left, 3, no good. Marion's able to recover as Garrett gets the rebound, swings it over to Jackson. Jackson pulls up at the mid-range, and she's blocked by Duff. And now Duff will bring it up with Jackson on her. And Jackson tried to cut Duff off there on that sideline, but she's going to get hit with a foul early. I believe that's her second now. And that will bring on Abby Dalton, the junior, checking into the game for the first time. Triad will have it underneath near that Marion bench. 2:41 to go here in the first quarter with Wildcats up 5. And Midget got beat on a back cut, but a kickball will save the layup there. Triad will try again. Lily Kuhn to inbound for Triad. She finds Duff. Duff will fire it up immediately. No good. Dalton grabs the rebound. Gets it up herself, swings to Peterman. Peterman keeps it in bounds. Cross-court pass to an elbow jumper for Garrett. No good. Midget follows and one. Grabs the rebound and takes the contact with a nice finish there. And I believe that's Midget's first bucket of the night. She'll look to make it 3 with this free throw.
So Marion out to a 7-point lead with their leading scorer just now scoring, so that's a good indication. 2:29 left here in the first quarter. Cuss Wilson Classic, basketball all day. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll run through the whole lineup for you so you know who you'll get to see if you come out to Cuss Wilson.
Midget misses that one as Troy will grab the rebound, and now they'll look to push. Becker brings it up for Triad. Swung over to Thompson. Now they dump it inside to Duff, and Duff finishes. Duff has been running point guard for most of the game for Triad, but some nice size. Now Triad tries to bring some pressure, and that pass is just wide. Right idea by Peterman, but just wasn't able to get it there. Midget will get a break now as Naija Curry will check in. And it's only a 5-point lead, but it really feels like Marion has dictated most of how this game has gone, just really needing to find a way to finish around the rim, as that's where they've kind of struggled here early on. Nice hop step through on the other end, though, for Becker, as Triad now cuts it to a 1-possession game, making it 11-8. Peterman bounce pass to Curry facing the double team. She'll come around the back looking to try to go through the middle. Tries to split a double team, and Duff rips it from her. Triad now coming the other way, looking to tie things up. Duff spins across the middle. Nice move, no good though. Triad will swing it back out at the top for a 3. They get it to go. Second chance bucket, and it's a tie game at 11-all after the 3 by Metcalf, who just checked in. Curry finds Dalton. Dalton tries to heave it across court, but that's a tough pass to make from that distance. Duff will get it, bringing it to Metcalf now. She comes flying across for a layup. No good. That ball's tipped back out, and they will say it's Marion ball. Marion hurting themselves a bit with some turnovers right now, trying to hit those home run passes rather than taking some singles. And right now, those easy passes are what's going to keep Marion offense flowing rather than trying to push the pace too much. You want to play with speed, but you don't want to play so fast that you're rushing and handing the ball over to the other team. Curry inbounds to Peterman. Just about a minute to go now here in this first quarter. Peterman weaving her way through the defense, finds Curry. Swing back over top. 3 from Peterman, no good. Midget follows up with the rebound and the finish, though. Wildcats regain the lead now, just under a minute. They lead 13-11, waiting on the scoreboard to change there. As Dalton gets a steal up top. Some nice individual defense, but she can't hang on to it. And a tough foul call, but now that's one you'll live with, right? You didn't have that chance if she doesn't go make that play defensively, so nothing hurt there. Her and Curry will pick up here in the backcourt. 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Marion just reclaiming the lead at 13-11. Becker brings it up. Dalton making her switch directions. And they'll hit her for the blocking foul, say she didn't move her feet in front. That's her second. And it looks like they'll give her a breather with some foul trouble, and that'll bring in Bryn Smith, the senior.
15 foul into the Marion lineup, number 12, Bryn Smith.
See Coach Eric Griffin, they're squatting by the sidelines, head coach, second year now. Of course, Eric is remembered well as not only a successful coach in the region, but also as a successful player back in the day at Carrier Mills and then on to SIU.
Becker sinks the first of two there. As Smith checks in now, that fifth team foul that Dalton committed put them at the line. And Triad looking to tie things up with this second free throw right here. And that one rims just out as Midget will grab the rebound, gets it out and swings it over to Peterman. Curry on that left side. They bring up a 3-2 kind of full court press there as Curry tries to come across the middle. And they'll hit Triad with a push there. The Triad bringing kind of an extended 3-2 for some full court pressure on the Lady Wildcats, and it's making it seem like they can get those big long passes, and that's where they've kind of baited them a bit throughout this quarter.
It's good strategy for Triad.
4-block set on that right side near the Triad bench. They'll screen across for Midget. She can't get it. They'll throw over top out to Lennon. I'm going to get these names here in a second. That pass goes wide, so now to be Triad here with 27 seconds to go. They trail one after missing the second of those free throws a moment ago. Triad coach shouts out for one shot, so Duff will bring it up here. Duff looks across the middle. Midget gets a hand on it. Duff swings it over the corner, and, well, maybe the one shot they wanted was pretty early. That three misses, though, and Triad's pass deflected after the offensive rebound goes out of bounds, so they'll have it under the right side of the basket with 14 seconds to go.
Sometimes not everybody gets the memo.
They try to get it over to Duff. They can't get it in there. Curry with the nice help. Smith gets it back over to Curry. Curry's trying to bring it up herself, facing a lot of pressure. Finds Smith. Smith gets around Duff. 4 seconds to go. A nice pass. Swung over. One more to Midget. She gets the shot off, and it's good! The floater off the step in, off the dribble by Midget, and that extends Marion's lead to 15-12. A nice buzzer beater, getting through the pressure to finish up this first quarter out on top here at home.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business.
Now serving residential and commercial properties with roll-off dumpster rentals available. Call 618-925-1215 or find us on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we strive to be your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions. From investing in your priorities to helping our community grow, we're committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
I always know I can count on the people at Legence to answer my questions and connect me to the services I need.
We have you covered with a range of fraud prevention tools to keep your accounts safe and secure. With real-time debit card alerts, advanced encryption, and card controls, you can stay one step ahead of fraud with these security features.
Legence Bank supports you on and off the field. Go Wildcats!
We are back at the Custer Wilson Classic, where we are entering the second quarter of the opening game between the Lady Wildcats and the Troy Triad Knights. The day is full of basketball, mostly boys basketball. Gage will run through that schedule for you at halftime, so you'll know what other games you can see. But we will be back tonight with more varsity boys action from Marion, and I'll turn it back to Gage.
Absolutely, right out of it, Smith got a steal. Nice swing from Midget over to Garrett. Just couldn't finish, though. Garrett will get another chance at it. Can't finish that one either. Marion, some unlucky bounces so far on their side of the things. 3 flies from Triad. That one will fall short, and Midget will grab another rebound. She's got 6 points leading the way after that buzzer beater to end the first quarter. Jackson pushes up, swings it into Smith. Midget passing to a cutting Jackson. Floater no good. Duff grabs the rebound. Jackson will need to play careful while wanting to put pressure on Duff, and that's why. They're going to hit her with a blocking foul right there, and that'll be her third, most likely sending her back to the bench for almost all of this half.
Hard to walk that line between pressure and fouling sometimes, and you lose your balance just a little bit, and they're going to get you.
Duff misses the first of 2 here as Jackson will come off the floor for Peterman. And Duff knocks down the second one. Curry will inbound to Peterman, who gets it back. Off the double team, they'll throw a bounce pass to Peterman, who now looks to push. Peterman slicing through the middle. Nice floater up and in. That's Peterman's second bucket of the night after hitting an early 3. Following right behind Midget with 5. And she tried to take the brunt of that right there from Duff, but she didn't get in front with her feet first, so they'll hit her with a blocking foul. Marion's giving themselves some chances at some charges, honestly, just a step behind on beating their man there. But you like a team that's willing to sacrifice their body.
Yeah, good aggressive play.
Duff with a nice half spin trying to make something happen. Doesn't matter. Triad will swing it around to Boyce, who hits the 3. A friendly roll around the rim, and that'll cut it to a 1-point lead for Marion. Peterman facing pressure now near half court. Bounce pass over to Curry. Curry slices and dices. Finger roll, no good. Triad will grab the rebound, and Duff will push. No one picks up Duff, though. She walks to the free throw line and gets herself an easy floater. Gotta imagine that's not the defense Griffin wants to see from this Lady Wildcat team. Garrett grabs the inbounds pass, but Duff will poke it from her. Hop step across. They don't hit Peterman with a blocking foul. Honestly, got away with that one, as Curry now will try to bring it up herself. She's got a hit a seam. Kicks it to Smith. Foot on the line for 2, no good. Duff grabs the rebound. Duff all over the place for Triad right now.
And she is winded, you can tell, but she gets a high five from her coach on the bench. And Triad with the lead as we go into a timeout. 5:52 left in the second quarter. We'll be back with more right after this.
That's why our mattress studio is one of the largest in the area. We've got Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and more. Tempur-Pedic mattresses start as low as $28 a month with up to 6 years interest-free financing. And Queen mattresses start at just $179. Plus, enjoy the comfort of our 90-day sleep guarantee and same-day delivery. And now, no credit needed.
And we're back at Cuss Wilson. We're coming out of a timeout. 5:52 left in the second quarter. Lady Wildcats now find themselves down by a point to Troy Triad Lady Knights here in the opener of the Cuss Wilson Classic. Stay with us for this game. Join us again this evening for boys action. Or come out this afternoon, watch a lot of other good games. We'll tell you more at halftime. Back to Gage Johnson with the play-by-play.
Lady Wildcats bring out the same lineup. Now setting up in a 1-2-2 kind of press here. Picking up at half court. Maybe looking to get a trap. Curry manning it up near the top here. Triad struggling to get anything going with this pressure facing right now early from Marion. Curry pokes this one away. All alone. Should be an easy finish, but she loses the ball a little bit here. Isn't able to get the bucket, but she follows it up with the rebound and sinks it. Marion now has the lead once again at 19-18. Oh, nice hands right there from Midget, but she'll get hit with the reach. That's a tough one right there. It's important for Marion to keep their foot on the gas. You like the pressure that they're showing right now. Despite some early struggles, a few more baskets fall their way, we'd be looking at a much different score. So it's important to keep your head on straight, move on to that next play, and know that if you keep working hard on the defensive end, these shots are going to eventually fall. But they got a rebound too, as the Triad's gotten some second chances. That one to no avail.
Speaking of keeping her foot on the gas, I think Miss Duff for Triad had to take her foot off for a little while.
Absolutely.
Taking a break. She went into that timeout winded, but boy, she was doing it at all, and she's getting ready to come back in.
Yeah, definitely someone who's kind of been the catalyst so far for Triad. Doesn't have a whole lot of points to show for it with just a couple, but has really been the organizer for the team and really pushing things. Shania Washam will check in for Bryn Smith, getting her first action of the day. Curry inbounds this one to Peterman. Duff picks her up. They look to trap on this right side here. They get the double that they want. Bounce pass over to Washam. Washam splits it though. A nice move. Bounce pass over to Garrett and one. A nice job right away. Washam checks in, splits the double team, and gets the nice assist to Garrett. Way to be ready when your number is called.
That's a tough thing to do, come off the bench and play at that top level right away.
It looks like Duff will come back out. Picks up her second foul on that one right there. Garrett converts. Marion now leading 22-18 with just under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Triad trying to get organized against this full court pressure. They do as Becker slices their way down the middle, and she'll finish with the right hand. Curry gets it into Garrett. They try to trap Garrett, but now Curry has it. She's driving down the middle. Tries to step through and is unable to hold on to her dribble. Becker gets it and they'll push. Mary's got to pick up the ball earlier. Right there, got lucky not hitting with a foul either. But Triad a lot of these times is not necessarily beating Marion on the break, but this just getting to the spot that they want to. Obusina will inbound. He finds Thompson across the middle. Back over to her in the corner. And he's swinging around top. Washam isn't able to get the gamble steal. Becker hop steps through. She loses it. Midget will grab it and give it over to Curry. Nice back cut by Peterman. Curry hits her with a one-hand pass. Midget over the middle. Finish. A nice bucket kind of falling away on that right side with a tough angle. It looks like Triad's ready to see their starting crew come back out there. 24-20 now. Triad has it on the right side. Washam can't get the back tap. Ball in the middle, back out to Becker. She'll kick it over to the corner. 3-ball. No good, but that's almost another offensive rebound. Washam gets it, and Peterman will now look to push. Swings it over to Curry. Curry pulls her way through the middle, up and in. And man, did Becker take a shot right there from Niaja. What a tough finish. Swing back over to Becker. Double team by Marion up there up top. Gentman gets some room and tries a floater in the middle. No good. Washam with the board. Peterman looks to push. She's met with a double team as Washam will get it across the middle. She's not able to hold on to her dribble though. As Triad will corral it, give it over to Becker. Gentleman was open earlier. It was a little bit late. They still find her though, and she sinks the floater. 26-20 now for Marion.
26-22.
Or 22, yes. Curry gets the ball. Doesn't have any help. Nice around the back move to split the double. She'll try to take it herself the whole way through. It doesn't go. Garrett gets the tipped out rebound, and look what I found. A mid-range shot. 28-22 now, Lady Wildcats lead. Just now hitting the 2-minute mark here. Left in the first half. Triad's pass swung over to the corner. They'll try a 3-ball, no good. Midget's able to get the rebound. She'll look at push. She finds Peterman. Back to Midget, who's running down the middle, and a nice finish. Marion picking up some steam now as Midget gets another bucket right there, putting her up to 8 points. And the Wildcats lead 30-22 with 1:58 to go here in the first half.
Provide both surgical and non-surgical management for musculoskeletal conditions. In fact, about 1 out of 10 patients I see in the clinic actually come to surgery. The other 9 out of 10 we can treat and manage non-surgically. I don't require referrals. Patients can come to see me straight away. My philosophy, again, is optimize non-surgical treatment before I perform surgery. Once I do surgery, unfortunately, I'm a perfectionist. My wife gives me a hassle. If I'm in the room and this picture on the wall is crooked, I will fix it, even in your house. I think part of that is the masonry background, because everything's got to be, again, plumb level and as close to perfect as you can achieve. You can shoot for perfection, accept excellence. That's my rule.
We are back at Cuss Wilson, and we continue second quarter action with Marion up 30-22. Gage Johnson with the play-by-play.
The starters have checked back in for Triad, so Duff will bring it up. Marion with some subs of their own as Audrey Rogowski gets in for her first action of the night.
I think we got Lydia in there.
Or Lydia, yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Lydia and Audrey are twins. And yes, they are the younger sisters of the other Rogos that we know. One football standout that is a senior this year. The other, Caden, graduated last year as a member of the varsity Wildcat boys and standout player.
Lennon also checked in for the Lady Wildcats, and she gets a hand on that pass that led to a jump ball right there. It'll be Triad basket underneath on this right side. Boyce to inbound here. She gets it out to Metcalf. They dump it right back into Boyce, and she's fouled. Came right back in and got position, and when you can get in that deep in the paint, you're either getting 2 points or a chance at the line. And the first of two is no good from Boyce. Triad's had a decent amount of chances at the line, but haven't been able to convert very well here early on. That's something to look out for over the course of this game. The second one is good. Peterman will come across and catch the ball. 3 defenders now here in the backcourt for Triad as they try to get it to Garrett. And before it's deflected, they're going to say that Garrett stepped over and back. Peterman was kind of left all alone in the backcourt by herself, made her to where she had to make a quick decision to try to get rid of it, and that rush decision led to another Lady Wildcat turnover. Something they've struggled with here early on is some pressure from Triad has been able to get to them. And Triad's got some nice lengths to them as well, so a solid defensive team as Washington gets in on the action defensively, but they'll say she stepped out of bounds, taking off the other way. She's taken the most of her minutes that she's gotten here. Checked in at about the 4-minute mark for the first time in this game, and I don't think she's come out since and has made an impact on both ends. She's in the action there again as her and Peterman deflect the ball out of bounds. Triad will have it on this right sideline. Obusina gets it into Metcalf. That's swung over to Duff on that left wing. One step in, she'll shoot the mid-range. It's no good. Nice rebound by Garrett. She tries to push it up though, but it's deflected. Triad now trying to take advantage of the turnover. That'll leave a 3 up top for Boyce, but she's fouled. Lydia a little too close on the contest and took out the feed of the shooter, and now Triad will head to the line looking for 3.
Now just under a minute left in this first half here at the Cuss Wilson Classic at Cuss Wilson Gym. First game of the day, Lady Wildcats versus Troy Triad.
She sinks the first of 3. She'll get the second as well, and she'll look to cut it to a 2-possession game with 1 more right here. Duff will check out of the game, as well as Obicina getting a nice earned break here. She sinks the next one, so now it's a 4-point game here with just under a minute to go in this first half. Peterman brings it up. They try to double her, but they're not able to catch her. Layup's no good on the nice bounce pass, though. Marion just has struggled to finish around the basket here in this one. And man, if you had a couple more falling your way, it'd be a much different outcome so far. But a frustration foul follows, and so Triad will head to the line again now on the other side. This time Boyce once again. Boyce sinks the first of 2, looking to make it down to a 2-point lead here with another. She's quickly becoming the leading scorer for Triad, as that one is good, and she now has 8, matching her teammate Becker off the bench. Curry's faced with some pressure, and they'll say that go off Triad feet over there as they double her on that sideline. Marion's got to find a way to keep their head up and find their way out of those double teams rather than try to dribble through them. Move the ball, and the rest of the double teams will split. Peterman cuts across. Swung over. Washam with a mid-range pull-up. No good. Metcalf's got it, and now Triad will push. 15 seconds to go here in the first half. They have a chance to tie things up going into the locker room. She's working Curry up top. Washam now dribbling. And Triad loses it, and that'll be a backcourt violation. Tough break for Triad as they just lost that one on their own. As it looks like Jackson and Midget now will check in for this last offensive possession. 5.6 to go on the clock. Let's see if Marion has another buzzer beater in their plans. This one goes over to Peterman. 3 in the corner. No good. Midget tries to grab the rebound. She can't get it, but it goes out of bounds. 1.6 on the clock now. Ball underneath near the Triad bench. Garrett over top to Midget. Up. No good. Took some contact, but they'll say nothing there. And that'll do it for the first half action here at Cuss Wilson Gymnasium. Marion holding on to a 30-28 lead.
We'll be back with our John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. Before we do that, I'm going to show you all of the folks that make these live streams possible. Check out our sponsor roll, and we'll be back right after this.
Thanks for watching this live stream of Marion High School athletics on the Wildcat Game Day. The action is brought to you by the Swinford Media Group and all of our sponsors. Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Black Diamond Family of Businesses, Illinois Army National Guard, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, Binkley-Ross Funeral Home, Legence Bank, First Southern Bank, Bank of Herrin, Banterra Bank, Garner State Farm Insurance, Paul Jacobs for Senate, SouthernTrust Bank, Marion Plumbing, Austin Dickson, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Anderson Boys Trash Service, The Roofing Guys, Anderson's Furniture, SIU Credit Union, Clark Natural Stone, Kemper CPA Group, Wit Wisdom, The Hub Recreation Center, The Print Shop, Blush and Ivory Bridal Boutique, Moreland, Bishop McDonald's,
Welcome back to Cuss Wilson Gym. It's halftime, and the Lady Wildcats are leading Troy Triad 30-28. We are going to tell you about what you have seen so far, give you some statistics, and we're also going to tell you what's ahead of in the rest of the day here at the Cuss Wilson Classic. This is the first game. It's the only girls' game, I believe, of the day. And we are streaming this one. We'll be back this evening to stream the varsity boys, but first let's take a look at our By the Number segment, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group, as we run down some of the numbers from the first half. Gage?
Absolutely. And it's been most of the starting crew that has done all the scoring for the Lady Wildcats today. Midget leading the way with 10. She was one of our Legence Bank players to bank on, and she goes and shows for a great reason why. Had a buzzer beater to end that first quarter there, and it has really led the way and been the driving force in the Lady Wildcats offense. She's followed up by Curry, who has 8. Garrett has chipped in 7 as well, and Peterman has 5, and they account for all 30 of the Wildcats' points so far. On the Triad side, it's Becker and Boyce who have 8 each leading the way there, while a number of players such as Duff, Gentleman, and Thompson have chipped in a couple buckets here and there. It has been a kind of a back and forth affair. Marion's had chances to kind of really extend their lead, but just hasn't been able to. Has had some unlucky kind of finishes around the rim so far here early on, Bill.
All right, we will be back after this to discuss what's ahead of us for the rest of the day here at the Cuss Wilson Classic. Right after this spot from John A. Logan College. Why would you go anywhere else, as they sponsor our halftime show on Wildcat Gameday?
The teachers are really good. They're understanding.
All our faculty here teach from experience.
I love it. It's so hands-on. They want to see us succeed.
There's so many options, so many things they can choose from.
I wasn't just another statistic out there.
My advisors and my professors have been very helpful.
I've felt completely at home from the first day.
Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful and encouraging. It's made it really easy. So I would for sure recommend John A.
Welcome back to Cuss Wilson Gym. So it's the Cuss Wilson Classic today at Cuss Wilson Gym. Of course, Virgil Cuss Wilson, legendary basketball coach. You had to be around for a while if you played for Cuss or remember Cuss, but had a huge impact on Marion High School basketball. And we are pleased to be next door neighbors with his grandson, B.W. Bruce, on the square downtown. And B.W., as a Herrin native myself, B.W. has educated me a lot on Marion High School basketball history and Cuss's tenure here, which was an important one. So it's great that this gym remembers him and honors him. Interesting thing about Cuss Wilson, Gage, he didn't cuss, and so, but he picked up that name as a kid. His friends called him Cusker, and it was shortened to Cuss. But it's great to be in Cuss Wilson and see the fans, see what they've done here. This is a great venue to watch a basketball game, and it'll be a great venue to catch a lot of basketball today, Gage. What do we have ahead of us?
Absolutely. You got a lot of boys basketball action throughout the day, starting right after this one at 1 o'clock with with Vienna versus Effingham, with Robinson versus Carlisle County, Kentucky following at 2:30, Meridian versus Lawrenceville at 4, Waltonville versus Carbondale at 5:30, and Freeburg versus Marion rounding things out on the day at 7 p.m. Now remember, this is a tournament, so these are some tentative start times. But as we mentioned earlier, we'll be back here tonight for the boys game. So if you want to tune into the Marion games from the comfort of your own home, you know where to find us.
Yep, we'll be right here. And as Gage said, don't get impatient tonight. If we're not right on at 7, it just means that the previous games ran over. We will join you when we get close to action. Boy, the Marion boys looked good last night, didn't they, Gage?
Absolutely. A big 71-64 win last night. Mackay House had 30 points leading the way there. Cam Curry followed with 18. Blake Blue also in double figures with 12. Just saw a poised performance early on, facing a lot of pressure from a South 7 rival in Cahokia.
So we've got just enough time to hear from John A. Logan College once again. We'll be back right after this.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Welcome back to Cuss Wilson Gym, where Marion is taking on Triad. Let's just call it Triad. Let's shorten that for them. Lady Wildcats leading 30-28. Gage, what are some of the keys to the second half for the Lady Wildcats, brought to us by Watermark Auto Group?
Well, I think kind of like what we talked about early on, rebounding is going to be a key thing. It's allowed Triad to get a lot of number of second chances. They haven't converted on all of them, but just giving those opportunities is something you don't want to do. So shoring up things on the glass for sure. Defending without fouling. Triad's found themselves at the line a number of times throughout the game, as that's been kind of their bread and butter. So along with that, you want to keep them out of the paint. That's where they've been able to get to and really spread out their offense that way. Haven't done a whole lot from deep, so you want to try to keep Duff and some of these other players out from the paint in order to kind of control things defensively. And then, of course, the turnovers. That was probably the biggest glaring issue from the Lady Wildcats in that first half, as while they didn't always lead to some Triad points, more often than not, it was some demoralizing gut punches here and there throughout possessions that allowed them to take those turnovers and trim that lead all the way down to 2 so far. It looks like we got some technical difficulties trying to figure out some things over there at the scores table. Apparently we still have 3.7 seconds to go in the first half.
This is a long 3.7 seconds. They pointed to their watches. I don't know if they're trying to follow the time parameters that they have to fall within. We'll call that immediate timeout, but we don't need any more time. Let's get on with it here as Marion starts the second half up 30-28. And Gage Johnson with the play-by-play.
The starters back out for Marion in this one. 3-2 zone of sorts. That's actually man defense set. They were just doing some nice help defense there. They try to find Midget across the middle, and bodies are flying. It'll lead to a jump ball, just like that. A quick turnover for Marion, and Triad will go the other way. Marion trying to match up a little bit here. We'll see some full court pressure from them. And that'll be a 10-second count.
Yeah, I thought they were using a lot of time there, so.
Boyce was trying to find someone across the middle towards that back end. Tried to throw it over Jackson, but by the time she did, it was too late. But Jackson will bring it up now. They'll look to trap her on that half court near that side. She needs to come across the middle, but she'll find Peterman in the middle, who swings it over to Garrett. She can't grab it, but she'll track it down. Dumps it back over to Peterman. Marion feeling the pressure right now, trying to hold on to their dribble. Garrett tries to make a pass across to Curry. It goes into no man's lane, but Jackson's able to track it down before she's fouled. She loses a shoe in the process, so she'll try to grab that back here real quick. Sloppy start here to this second half as Triad really bringing some pressure up top, making these passing decisions a little bit tough to make for the Lady Wildcats. Garrett will have it near the Marion bench. She doesn't get Peterman in the corner. She'll throw it over to Curry up top and at the end. Curry will slice through the middle, finger rolls up and in. That'll be the first basket of the second half here. Marion with some full court pressure themselves now as Thompson picks up her dribble. Looks like she didn't have it on the catch, but her pass is over the head of Becker. And now Marion will be the benefactor of the turnover. A 1-2-2 full court press here as Jackson finds Curry. Dumps this one over to Garrett. Nice bounce pass to Midget, and that's an easy bucket. That's about as textbook of a press break as you can get right there for Marion. As Garrett comes flying in for the steal. She'll pass it over to Curry, but a sneaky Metcalf will get the steal right back for Triad. Midget looking to force the dribbler to their left. Becker clearly doesn't want to go left, tries to come back right. She's not able to make anything happen, so they'll swing it over to Boyce. Boyce with Curry on her. Keeps her pivot foot and is able to find Becker eventually. She comes across left. Looked like she was throwing up a prayer there, and I think they'll see who they hit with the foul there, whether it was on the body or the reach. They'll say it's on Garrett, so they'll hit her with the reach-in foul, and that'll send Becker to the line. That's one of those right there. You just don't want to really reach in. That'd be a really tough shot at the angle she was at to get, but instead you give her two chances at a free one. So that's what we're kind of talking about when we say defend without fouling there is those keys to the game. You don't want to bail them out on those tough shots when you've played good defense a whole possession like that. She sinks 1 of 2 at the line. That'll be the first points of this half for Triad as it's now 34-29 Wildcats. Curry has it in the middle of this press now. She's faced with a double team. They hand it off to Jackson. She'll come across to this left side. Pass to Midget for the mid-range jumper. No good. Thompson grabs the board and Triad will bring it up now. Boyce slowing things down a bit as Peterman picks her up top. She swings it over to Metcalf. This one goes in the corner to Thompson. Curry on her. She'll drive baseline. Pass over top on a flare screen right there, and Boyce will get a nice three. It got deflected, but the setup was still there as the flare screen from Guidry led to the easy bucket. But Marion gets one of their own right there as Peterman finds Midget on the bounce pass. She comes up hobbling, though, as she'll try to get back. Looks like they'll get a sub for her, but not before Triad gets another bucket on the other end. This time Becker. As Becker and Boyce now matching each other in points with 11 each. And Midget's still hobbling a bit. And she's able to get off on her own strength. Hopefully it's just a little tweak.
Got a brace on that ankle. It must be a trouble spot for her. Hopefully she'll be able to walk that one off.
And meanwhile, back in the action on the floor, Triad gets a quick steal. Swing over to Duff, one more. Nice rotation from Triad as they throw up a finger roll and she finishes. Wow, what a nice finish by Gentleman there. And Peterman's traveled. Marion feeling that pressure now. Two quick turnovers, and just like that, we have a tie ball game with Triad looking to take the lead. Midget seeing the trainer over on that right side now. They're going to hit Peterman with the foul there, and Triad finding themselves back at home in this game, essentially, putting themselves at the line once again. She sinks the first there.
Yeah, they've got to feel good right now at taking the lead and having Carly Midget for Marion over on the trainer's table. It's a combination that tells you that some others have definitely got to step up here for Marion.
Facing the pressure, Jackson's able to get it over to Peterman. She's got Duff all over. She keeps driving left. Now facing another double. Tries to throw it off her legs to get it out of bounds, but Duff keeps it. Guidry brings it up with a defender behind. She comes across and finishes. And Marion might need a second to regroup here, but no, Jackson will fly through past the defense. She'll throw one up, and she sinks it. This one, it seems like Marion was rushing a bit. Jackson takes it coast to coast there. A nice bucket. Puts it down to a one-point game. Triad leading as Curry gets a hand on that pass, and it'll go out of bounds. Triad will have it on this sideline near us.
Carly's jogging back to the bench here. Good sign.
She's telling Coach that she's good to go, and I'm sure they'll give her another minute or two before bringing her back to action.
Another good job by Mike Stroud over there at the trainer's table.
Duff gets it, dumps it down into Boyce. Boyce is unable to finish as Garrett gets the rebound. Smart job of finding her guard and gets it over to Peterman, who swings it to Curry, who's got an open lane. Nice Euro step. Got the bump on the side, and so she'll go to the free throw line. Did a nice job of taking that step over on the Euro step to hit Lee's on the side. Or excuse me, not Lee's, Guidry on the side. Hitting the blocking foul and sending her to the line with a chance to tie it. Curry sinks it. Midget now kneeling over by Griffin on the bench, so I have to imagine she'll be checking in soon. Looks like it'll be for Curry if she sinks this one. And she does. She sinks both to reclaim the lead, and Midget will check right back in. And they're still doing a sub, but Triad's got the ball in bounds. Triad really looking to push the pace right now. All right, so we're squared away now, and they'll inbound. Duff's got it. Midget leading the top of that press at the moment. Looks like Smith has checked in for some action as well. Guidry having a nice second half as she has found her way into the lane multiple times now, and this time she will shoot a floater, and she's fouled, and that sends her to the line. Again, Triad finding their way to the line has really kind of halted the pace of this game. Anytime it feels like Marion's been able to kind of bring things up to their speed, Triad's put it to a screeching halt by slowing things down and getting to the line. Luckily for Marion, they've been at about a 50% clip most of this game, though. As she'll miss the first of two there. And Dalton will check back in for the first time since she picked up her second foul in the first half, giving Jackson a well-deserved break. The second is no good as Peterman grabs the rebound. But she's fed with a double team right away, and Duff ties her up. Jump ball keeps it with Marion, though. Marion's got to help each other out here on the offensive end with this full court pressure. Don't want to leave anyone on an island. Peterman shakes Duff to get open. She'll dribble across, and when she's hit with the double, bounces it to Garrett. Right back over to her with a bounce pass herself. She'll continue to drive left, and she's bumped on the side. We'll see if they say that she was able to get a shot thrown up there. 3:34 to go here in the third quarter now. Lady Wildcats leading by 1. Let's say it's on the floor. 3 team fouls each. 2 away from some bonus action. Smith screens across for Midget. She'll catch it at the elbow. Tries to go right. Handoff mid-range for Garrett. No good. As Smith gets her hands on it, but she's unable to corral it. That'll be a Triad ball.
Out of bounds, Triad possession.
Guidry will inbound to Obusina. She'll get it back. Over the top to Thompson, but that pass just a little wide, and Thompson's not able to corral it. So Marion will look to take advantage of the turnover here. They bounce it into Peterman. She's met by Duff and Guidry. Tall defenders for Triad as they now are able to get it over to Garrett, who finds Smith, and Duff with another block. I mean, Duff has just been absolutely everywhere. He doesn't have necessarily the points to show for it, but she has been all over the place for Triad in this game.
It's the kind of player you need on every team, court awareness and hustle.
And she has done so off the bench. Didn't get the start in this one, but has played starter minutes. Smith bounces this in one to Peterman. Oh, she shakes her defender loose with a nice crossover before she's tripped. What a nice move by Peterman, who takes a hard foul there. She's all right, though, and she'll head to the line. Hit her elbow pretty hard there. She kind of holds it, but, I mean, what a hard hit from behind. She's taking 2 in a row there.
At the line, shooting 2, number 30, Chicago.
Walk it off for a second before she shoots this free throw. I got a little dead arm action there. Rims around and she's able to sink it. That'll bring Guidry and Obusina off the floor as the leading scorers for Triad, Boyce and Becker, are back at it. Peterman sinks both, making it a 3-point lead now for the Lady Wildcats as Triad looks to get it out and get their offense going. Duff has it up top, Midget guarding her. She'll get a screen from Thompson. They'll switch and Garrett now defends. Doing a nice job of keeping Duff from attacking. That time she gets over in the lane though. Floater misses and Midget grabs the rebound. She gets it up to Garrett. Garrett will attack. Corner 3 for Peterman. No good. Midget with the rebound though. She'll go up and she'll head to the line. Good second chance opportunity right there for the Lady Wildcats. Did a good job of pushing the ball up the floor.
At the line, shooting 2 for Marion, number 14, Carly Midget.
She's leading the Wildcats with 14 so far. She'll look to extend this lead. Nothing but nylon on the first as Jackson will come back in. She'll give Peterman a well-deserved break. Curry will join as well. She'll grab Garrett.
And number 42, Naisha Curry.
Midget sinks the second. She's up to 16 points on the night, and it's 44-39 Lady Wildcats. Marion still bringing some full court pressure here. Smith now guarding Becker. They look to double. Nothing happening there. Curry gets a piece of that one as Duff tried to pull up 3. Smith over to Dalton. Shovels it to Jackson now. She drives up the right side. They look to set up their offense. Smith is open on this right side, but they can't find her. Midget will get it though. Swung over to Curry. Now down inside to Smith. Swings it back out. Curry trying to find a way in. Swings over to Jackson. She'll line up a 3. No good off the front of the rim, but Midget grabs it, swings it out over to Smith, who drives baseline. Right back to Midget underneath, and she can't get it to go. Tough shot, almost finished it there. Dalton will pick up as Becker brings it up across court for Triad now. She goes left, and they'll hit with the reach-in foul right there as she will head back to the line.
Well, you wouldn't know that Midget had just minutes ago had limped off the court because she showing no Showing herself no worse for wear at this point, although I'm sure she's in a lot of pain, and that makes it even more impressive.
Becker at the line for 2 here. She has been a key cog in Triad's offense so far today as she leads the way with 12 now. We look to make it 13 as Washam and Smith will check in here for Lennon.
Into the Triad lineup, number 15.
And Dalton.
1:42 left in the third quarter here at the Cuss Wilson Classic.
Both free throws were good for Becker, so it's a 3-point game now. Jackson driving up that left side. Nice hesitation, keeps her from getting pressure by that double team. She finds Midget, who's fouled once again, trying to sink one in the middle. So Midget will head back to the line. A nice job by using a change of pace dribble by Jackson. A number of times there was met with a double team, but they didn't cut her off from that baseline, and she used a quick speed step to her ability. The first one doesn't go for Midget. The second one is good though. Again at 45-41. As Duff will get the inbound here as Marion brings that full court pressure once again. They find Boyce in the middle, swings it over to Duff. Post pass across, then leads to Metcalf. Hand off to Duff. Ball goes loose a bit. She'll try to make something happen off of pick and roll. Nothing going though. Metcalf will get it, swings across to Thompson. First three she's taken of the night. Doesn't go. And a nice block by Jackson after the offensive rebound by Guidry. No good for Marion on this end as now Triad has numbers. Metcalf has it on the wing. She'll fire up a three. No good. Off the hands of Guidry, and that'll head out of bounds.
Just under a minute left in the third quarter, the opening game of the Cuss Wilson Classic at Cuss Wilson Gym.
Lots of action here so far in this one. Both teams bringing a lot of pressure defensively. Jackson swings it over to Curry. She'll try to drive it in herself. She's not able to get it, but Midget corrals it and is able to finish. Offensive rebounding really hurt Marion in the first half. In this half, they've done some of their own that's allowed them to help get this lead back up to 6. Skip pass all the way across court to Duff for 3. No good. Curry will grab it. Just under 30 seconds to go as Washam gives it to Jackson now. Jackson will push, comes through the middle, tries to throw up a floater, no good. Washam gets in there and it falls into the hands of Jackson. Swung over to Curry now. She gets the right-hand layup on the left side. 10 seconds and counting now. Duff pushing it up the left side. Washam guarding. Pass over top. Smith was playing too high. And that'll be a finish and the foul as Curry tried to recover for the Lady Wildcat defense and Guidry was able to finish.
Marion foul against number 42, Naisha Curry, her first team.
Becker will check in for Duff for these last 3.6 seconds. 49-43 as the bucket makes it a 2-possession game. She'll look to cut it to 5 here with another free throw. The free throw is no good. Washam has it. Over to Jackson, who'll have to heave one from half. Oh, just off on the left side. But Marion is able to grab their lead and extend it just a bit, using some offensive rebounding with some offensive firepower from Midget leading the way. She's up to 19 points now as the Lady Wildcats lead 49-43 going into the fourth.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is why I ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
I'm excited to represent Southern Illinois when playing basketball for SIU.
and it's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banterra Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can check my accounts, make payments, and more, all on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics.
That was an easy win for me.
Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
We are back at Wildcat Game Day at Cus Wilson Gym. Got 2 games in this game day, one right now, one this evening. Right now you've got the Marion varsity girls leading 49-43 over Troy Triad as we go into the 4th quarter. Back to Gage Johnson for the call.
Becker will pick it up on the inbounds. It's Jackson, Garrett, Peterman, Midget, and Curry back out there for the Lady Wildcats. Starters on the other side for Triad as well. They try to get an open 3 for Thompson up top. They can't get it. Boyce will get it, come across with the left. She takes some contact, but no foul call as Curry will track down the rebound. She looks to push. Thompson guarding her. She slices down the middle, finds Jackson in the corner. A nice step through, but the right-hand layup's no good. Triad pushing the other way. Becker leading the break now. They don't stop her until she hits the free throw line. Couple swings around, and a 3 doesn't have establish in the corner there as Metcalf tried to drive and finish. That's no good. Nice bounce pass from Jackson leading the other way. Midget's unable to get her footing, and that shot's just off. It's been an up and down game tonight, or in this morning so far for Marion and Triad as they try to set up another 3. Jackson bumps the screener. Doesn't matter as Becker tries to slice her way through now, and she does. She misses the front end, but they'll say they got her at the feet, and she'll head back to the line once again. It really has felt like Triad has really lived at the free throw line so far tonight, just going half and half on their chances so far. And she'll do so right there, missing the first. It's a 2-possession game, 49-43 Lady Wildcats lead. Just under a minute of action gone by here in the 4th. She sinks the second. That 50% number holding true.
Yeah, we talked earlier about Marion leaving a lot of chances, a lot of missed bunnies. Well, Troy's going to look back at this game, I'm afraid, if they lose and remember all their missed free throws.
Absolutely. Jackson facing pressure is able to get over and find Garrett for a mid-range. It doesn't fall. Midget grabs the rebound. Jackson has it now. Back over to Garrett again. Right-hand dribble. She spins left, but she's blocked. Metcalf is able to corral it. Becker now pushing the break. A little miscommunication as they're not matched up, and that'll lead to an open 3. No good, though, for Triad. Becker tries to chase it down and save it. Oh, and they'll say that Triad called a timeout. Okay. They'll say when she tried to save it, the coach was able to get the timeout. And Triad will keep it as we'll take a short one.
Let's stay right here and let's remind folks of what we got ahead of us again today.
Absolutely. A lot of boys hoops action. Again, like we mentioned earlier, you're starting at 1 o'clock right after the conclusion of this game with Vienna versus Effingham. Then Robinson versus Carlisle County, Kentucky at 2:30, followed by Meridian and Lawrenceville at 4, Waltonville and Carbondale at 5:30. Last but not least, Marion will close out the night as the boys varsity will take on Freeburg with another 7 p.m. start time listed in this one.
And we will stream that game as the graphic says basketball is back. Last night the Marion boys took on Cahokia. Remind us of the score of that game and maybe some of our top scorers from last night.
Absolutely. It was House that led the way in that one with 30 last night. And a huge second half with 14 points from Curry allowed him to finish with 18 on the night right behind House. Blake Blue had all of his 12 in the first half with a number of other guys chipping in buckets here and there, including a key 3 late from Callahan Roper last night. In a 71-64 South 7 win over Cahokia in front of the home crowd to open up the season.
Yeah, so the Marion boys are undefeated. The Marion girls at this point still undefeated, 5-0. They're trying to go to 6-0 if they can hang on here and top Troy Triad. We're just underway in the fourth quarter.
This has been a great test from Triad. They've done a nice job defensively right there, hitting a nice back cut, but they're not able to finish. Curry will now bring it. It looks like Becker bumped Curry there. The way this game's gone, might have been a light foul call there, but nonetheless, that'll be the second for Becker. She's got 14 for Triad, as Boyce has 12. Those two have combined for half of Triad's points the majority of the night. Jackson now swinging this one over to Curry on that left wing. She's faced with a double as they try to hit Peterman in the corner. Let's say Metcalf bumped her on the pass entry. It'll be underneath this time near the Marion bench. Garrett will inbound. Peterman screens for Curry. She gets it out there in the corner. Curry looks to post, but Peterman's back tapped, and Boyce will have it and bring it up now. And she traveled. That, you've heard of the Euro step. That might have been a European step. Marion leads 49-44. 5:52 to go here in this one. Jackson gets the pass over the double team. Nice find from Curry to hit Garrett, but that one won't fall. Midget battling for the rebound now. It doesn't go as they get tangled up and the ball gets loose, and it'll be Triad's ball. Slow start offensively for both sides of this quarter. Just the one free throw being the lone point of the quarter. Nonetheless, almost 3 minutes have passed. Marion throwing some of that pressure back at him. That pass is caught by Boyce, who throws it over top. Back out to Thompson for 3. No good. Triad's had some chances from 3, just hasn't been able to make them fall. Nice move by Thompson there, doesn't go. Offensive rebound's gonna hurt the Lady Wildcats right here, as Becker's able to find her way to the line this time. 3 chances right there for Triad, and that's not what you want to see here late. You want to control things on the glass so you don't give Triad chances to get themselves at the line. They might be shooting 50% from the line tonight, but when you get as many chances as they have, you're giving themselves a chance to keep themselves in this game and maybe even push past for a lead. She'll miss the first, and if the numbers have held true tonight, she'll sink this one. And she does with the lucky roll. 49-45 now.
Maybe it's a strategic move. I will have to figure that one out.
Score at least 1 point every possession.
Yeah.
They look to hit Jackson there in the corner. She swings it over to Curry up top. Duff on her, who just checked back in. A nice move by Curry. They'll say we got a foul on the floor. Now at the 5-minute mark here, it's a 4-point game. Garrett will inbound. They throw it over top to Midget, but she can't get it. Becker will grab it and bring it the other way. A nice left-hand pass. Peterman does a nice job of recovering and pokes it loose. It's Boyce, Duff, Becker, Guidry, and Metcalf out there.
She crossed the line.
Let's say she stepped over on that inbounds pass. Coach doesn't seem to agree.
The official's having to remind the coach what the line means.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh.
Garrett passes it into Peterman. Then Marion will bring it up. It's a 2-possession game. Triad thrown a number of defensive looks at him so far throughout tonight, and they're back to a 2-3 now, it looks like. It's a low set, though, as they're trying to put the pressure on the elbows. Midget tries to get one up on that block. She had 19 entering this quarter, and she's been held scoreless for quite some time now. They've looked to kind of zero in on her.
I think what the Troy Triad coach is pointing out is that on the lines here, you've got a black line, and then you've got the wood-colored line that kind of differentiates it. I wonder if he was arguing that his player didn't touch the black line, but the other line that is
in play.
In play, yeah, and so we'll just speculate on that.
Peterman shakes loose of the double. And a shot clock violation there.
Shot clock violation. I forget that we got a shot clock.
I'm going to be honest too, Bill. I don't think I noticed that's been running this entire game.
I guess it may be running in this whole tournament. Apparently, you would think if it's going in this game, it'd be going in the others. I mean, you'll see that as you work toward a rule change in IHSA. You'll see them start to, I can remember when they were doing that with the three-pointer back in the 80s. You'd have some games with three-point action in tournaments.
Yeah, and well, I got to tell you, the main complaint that you usually hear about that is that it's going to be a tough thing for teams to manage, and well, if that's the case, it hasn't been shown up until this point. That's the first shot clock violation I've seen today, and I haven't even honestly heard anybody screaming that they've gotten close. So
yeah,
if you're playing devil's advocate and that's one of your reasons why for no shot clock, well, these Lady Wildcats and Triad, they don't believe in that.
Yeah, at the same time, is it necessary when you got two teams that push the ball like this? Well, I guess it's necessary, especially for a lot of girls' games, a little slower action. Not in this one, but two teams that like to push the ball and get some shots up, and so I'm kind of glad that happened.
Yeah.
So we didn't bring it up at a key moment late in the game when it would have really made a big difference.
And I got to say, I enjoy the change. It's something with any type of change is going to take some time for sure. But I think especially for those that these student athletes that you want to set them up if they want to have that chance to play collegiately in the future, this gives them that training early on of understanding time, score, possession, which is such a crucial thing to try and figure out. So I like the change, and it hasn't seemed to bother either of these teams as we're in a heated two-possession battle still as Peterman drives this one, and they'll say that's a charge. Triad's tried to get a couple of those tonight, and this time Metcalf gets it. 6-point game now as we reach the 3-minute mark. Looks like we'll have the starters coming back in for Triad here.
Kudos to the scores bench for Marion as well in managing an additional device. Don't seem to have seen any problems.
Yeah, and back in my days at Murray, I ran that for some of the boys' games, and it's you got to be on it. You always got to be tuned in, and then you're testing your eyesight sometimes on some of those short shots there. So, all right, so we have a 5th team foul right there for Triad after that missed opportunity, and that'll send Marion to the line down on the other end. It'll be Garrett, the recipient of these trips to the charity stripe. That first one is no good. Still a two-possession game at 51-45 here, just under the 3-minute mark to go now. And Garrett sinks the second. Nothing but net there. Duff will get it, swings it over to Thompson, who comes over to Becker. Marion's got the middle of that floor kind of held down as Becker hits the double team. And luckily for Triad, she had both feet over, hadn't determined which side of the floor she was on, and Triad's able to get the timeout before Midget and Curry can tie her up. 52-45 here, Lady Wildcats lead in the 4th.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today. My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
And welcome back to Cuss Wilson Classic at Cuss Wilson Gym at Marion High School. Lady Wildcats kicking off the day with a 52-45 lead late in this one as they are taking on Troy Triad. 2:38 left in this game.
A nice inbounds play, set them up with a couple of good looks there. They can't finish. Midget gets the rebound, throws it down court. Jackson tries to save it, but she's not able to keep it in. Right idea, but you kind of want to find your person before you heave that one down the floor. And so Triad will get this one back. They don't match up down on the other end, and Duff heaves one full court. Midget gets a hand on it. It looks like Midget guarding Duff here. Duff tries to go to work, swings it across. Might have got away with a travel there as Becker comes through with a tough floater. Had to shift the angle at which she got that shot off.
Triad's still in this.
We're reaching the 2-minute mark now as Curry gets it facing some pressure. She tries to throw one up to Garrett. Bounce past the Midget. Good! A nice job of the press break right there by the Lady Wildcats. Duff over to Thompson now as they face the full court pressure. Skip back to Duff. She'll throw it over to Becker, who's able to keep it in bounds. A nice move, but Curry's there with the block. Garrett bringing it up the floor now. Jackson has it on that left side. She'll go baseline with the right hand. No good. Midget gets the board and swings it back out to Peterman. Minute 20 now. Now you want to get the best shot you can as they're facing some pressure. You don't want to rush things. Marion can afford to take some time off this clock as long as they take care of the ball. Nearly lost it there, but Peterman gets it. 3 on the shot clock to go. Midget mid-range. No good. Duff pushing the break now. She comes up the left side. Bounce pass inside. Good. Layup by Guidry. Cuts it to 54-49. Marion now rushing, though, amidst that full court pressure. And they're going to say that Garrett fouled Boyce as well as she got the ball. That's not what you want to do with the lead right there. Obviously, you want to break through the pressure, but you don't want to rush things to a point of a turnover there. And it looks like Marion's going to take a 30-second timeout as they're now 1 foul away from being in the bonus after that turnover and foul. Triad not making this one an easy one for Marion to wrap up as it's 54-49 with 48 seconds to go.
We'll stay right here as we remind you that we are kicking off right now the Cuss Wilson Classic. We got a day full of basketball. You'll be able to come out at any point this afternoon through this evening and see some good high school basketball, capped by Marion varsity playing tonight. Marion varsity won last night with an impressive win over Cahokia, kicking off their season 1-0. These Lady Wildcats right now are 5-0 and hope to, a minute from now, still be undefeated as they try to finish off the Troy Triad Knights here in this opener. Stay with us for our post-game show brought to you by Deaconess Illinois Medical Center as we name our player of the game. Back to Gage Johnson with a play-by-play.
It's Thompson that'll inbound to Duff here. Marion still bringing the pressure, but Triad knows they got to score in a hurry. Tough shot as Duff tried to force one, and Curry's able to get the rebound. However, though, Garrett's not able to hold on to it, and another Lady Wildcat turnover.
Troy getting opportunities. Troy Triad trying to claw a little bit closer. Just 36.5 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Now Obusina will check in for Duff for Triad as she came up limping after that tough attempt. Obusina now with the ball. She drives baseline, swings it back out to Thompson. Triad's got to get a bucket in a hurry here. They'll fire up a corner 3. It's no good. Peterman grabs the rebound. She's faced with a double team. She finds Jackson. And before Jackson can get it up the floor to Midget, she's fouled. That was a big defensive possession right there. If that three would have fallen, it would have been a much more interesting finish. But now Jackson will head to the line with about 20 seconds taken off the clock there in that possession.
Yeah, 17.2 left on the clock.
Jackson misses the first.
We talked about Triad's missed free throws in this game that would potentially have them in the lead right now. Well, Marion's had some misses as well, but that's an important hit right there.
And Boyce wasn't ready for the pass, and there's some frustration showing from Triad, and as long as Marion's able to get the ball in,
should just about do it.
But Triad says no. They're not giving up. Becker deflects that one out of bounds. Garrett will switch with Curry to inbound now. Jackson and Becker getting into it a little bit on the far side now. Got to stay poised if you're Jackson. Don't try to pick up a technical foul or anything right here. They get it into Peterman now. And Triad didn't get the foul.
Kicking violation.
Yeah, I was about to say. And now they're gonna say it was a kick ball over here. 9 seconds to go now as time continuing to trickle off the clock here. They try to get it in. Garrett has to throw it over top to Curry near the M, and they'll foul. Oh no, they'll say over and back.
Oh my.
It still would take a miracle of sorts to erase this lead, but 6.9 on the clock right now. It's a 6-point game.
Got to get off a quick three here.
Oh, and they get a screen for a corner. Boyce has got it.
Ooh.
No good, though. And Midget grabs it, holds it up over the top of Becker. And that'll all but do it right there.
That's a Meadowlark Lemon move I remember from our Harlem Globetrotter days. Well, congratulations to the Lady Wildcats winning 55-49. Here as we kicked off the Cuss Wilson Classic, we will be back with our Deaconess Illinois Medical Center post-game show right after this.
Provide both surgical and non-surgical management for musculoskeletal conditions. In fact, about 1 out of 10 patients I see in the clinic actually come to surgery. The other 9 out of 10 we can treat and manage non-surgically. I don't require referrals. Patients can come to see me straight away. My philosophy, again, is optimize non-surgical treatment before I perform surgery. Once I do surgery, unfortunately, I'm a perfectionist. My wife gives me a hassle. If I'm in the room and this picture on the wall is crooked, I will fix it, even in your house. I think part of that is the masonry background, because everything's got to be, again, plumb level and as close to perfect as you can achieve. You can shoot for perfection, accept excellence. That's my rule.
Welcome back to Cuss Wilson Gym. We've just completed a 55-49 win by the Lady Wildcats over Troy Triad, keeping them undefeated now at 6-0 on the young season. And this game also kicked off the Cuss Wilson Classic, a day full of basketball here. We'll run down that schedule for you one more time before we sign off. But you're joining us now on the Deaconess Illinois Medical Center post-game show, and we appreciate Deaconess Illinois for all the sponsorships they do with the Swinford Media Group, working to keep you informed and keeping the best of Marion and the Marion area in front of you. Gage Johnson just called this game, and he has our Kemper CPA Group by the numbers stats from the game. Gage, who was our leading scorer?
It was none other than Carly Midget leading the way. Also grabbing the player of the game honors that they'll be giving out for each game throughout this tournament. She finished with 23 points, making it a double-double by chipping in 10 rebounds as well. So an impressive game as she led all scorers, while it was Curry that followed with 14. Garrett had 8, Peterman had 7, and Jackson chipped in 3 with a bucket and a free throw. So it would be that starting 5 that accounted for pretty much all of Marion's points on the day, while it was Boyce with 12 and Becker with 17 for Triad leading the way on their end.
As I think back to some of our thrilling moments of the game, one that comes to mind for me is early in this game, at the end of the first quarter, I believe, when Miss Midget was able to use every last tenth of the clock to get off that last shot. I thought that kept the Marion momentum going. Marion led throughout the game, and yet Troy Triad, very pesky, would not go completely away, and all the way down to that final minute kept things interesting, trailing from between 5 to 10 points for much of the game. And so Harley Midget, just such a clutch player in so many ways, and I think we are going to agree with the tournament, today's classic, and name her our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. Gage Johnson, I hope you agree.
Absolutely. She was a dominating force on both ends. Had a little bit of a rough stretch in the third where she was held scoreless going into the fourth, but then finished things out, stayed the course, got some nice buckets there at the end, and of course controlled the glass after some rebounding struggles early on for Marion. So just as we knew kind of coming into this game what she could bring, she showed it in full effect, leading the way with a nice double-double and keeping the Lady Wildcats undefeated going into next week.
I know another thrilling moment of the game for Coach Eric Griffin was seeing her jump back off the trainer's table and get back in there. She has a recurring injury on her ankle, and yet you wouldn't have known it when she got back in there. Finished strong, as did the Lady Wildcats, and they are continuing a nice early season run. Now 6-0 on the season for the defending regional champions. They're fun to watch, aren't they?
Absolutely. They up and down, played hard on both ends of the floor. Obviously got some things that they want to shore up, but today was a really nice battle test win at home against a Triad team that showed full court pressure from the jump, had depth to kind of match, and never let Marion pull away very far.
Yeah, when they get that passing game going, when they are pretty good at finding each other on the break, you know, they had a lot of, I think I'd be rolling out the George Mikan drill in practice, do some layups.
Absolutely.
Obviously, free throws are always a key thing, but when you think about the little things that they could do better, as good as they already are, there seems to be a high ceiling for this team, and they are also young, and I love the way this program's going.
And I was about to say they had a lot of players contribute throughout the game. While they might have not been in the scoring sheet, Washam came in and gave some nice minutes off the bench. I think Smith and Lennon also got some time. Dalton had some opportunities here and there, so Marion was able to pull from its bench, and when they came in, was able to step in right away and contribute. So they might have some youth on the roster, but it didn't show throughout the course of today, as Marion was able to stay the course and grab a nice win in front of the home crowd.
Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I'll be back with you tonight for the nightcap of this game. Go ahead and run down again for us one more time our times and our matchups for
Absolutely.
For today.
You can kind of see a little bit of the warming up here going on. We've got Vienna and Effingham getting set to take off in about 12 minutes here. So we had a 1 p.m. start time listed, but it is 12:42. So actually a little bit ahead of schedule.
Hey,
so look at
keep that going, yeah.
And after the conclusion of this game, you'll have Robinson versus Carlisle County, Kentucky, set for 2:30, followed by Meridian and Lawrenceville at 4, Waltonville and Carbondale at 5:30, and then Marion will close the night out as boys varsity takes on Freeburg at 7 p.m.
Yeah, they gave us 2 hours between the girls' game and this game, but the rest of those have an hour and a half turnaround. So yeah, we might get a little behind. So if you tune in at 7 tonight and we're not here, don't worry, we're coming. We just may have some previous game to finish up. That Waltonville Carbondale game is likely to run at least to 7, if not later. We'll come on as soon as we're able to preview Freeburg versus Marion. Gage, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's always a blast to get and come and watch some Marion basketball.
Riley Swinford will be back with you, not tonight, but soon here on Wildcat Game Day, as will Ross Swinford. But we're surviving as they are in Chicago with the Southeastern Illinois College Falcons. Just bragging as a dad, my middle son, Sam, is the head coach. Riley is one of his top assistants. And then Ross handles a lot of their social media and streaming. Matter of fact, if you aren't coming out to watch basketball here and you want to tune in, you can find SIC men's basketball on Facebook. You can actually watch them play. I'm pretty sure Ross has got that streaming at 1 o'clock today. They had a win yesterday. That's another undefeated team. I think that's 11 or 12-0 now. I've lost track. They've had a great start to the season. So
absolutely,
they're undefeated. The Marion girls remain undefeated at 6-0. The Marion boys will look to start undefeated again with another win tonight to go to 2-0. But a lot to be settled here at the Cuss Wilson Classic today. And don't miss your opportunity to see some good basketball if you're able to come out. Thanks again, Gage. For Gage Johnson, I'm Bill Swinford with the Swinford Media Group. I'll be back with you this evening. Until then, tune in and watch our sponsor roll here, and be sure and thank our sponsors for bringing you all of this basketball action. Until later, have a good day, everyone.
Thanks for watching this live stream of Marion High School athletics on the Wildcat Game Day. The action is brought to you by the Swinford Media Group and all of our sponsors. Watermark Auto Group, John A. Logan College, Black Diamond Family of Businesses, Illinois Army National Guard, Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, Binkley-Ross Funeral Home, Legence Bank, First Southern Bank, Bank of Herrin, Banterra Bank, Garner State Farm Insurance, Paul Jacobs for Senate, SouthernTrust Bank, Marion Plumbing, Austin Dickson, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Anderson Boys Trash Service, The Roofing Guys, Anderson's Furniture, SIU Credit Union, Clark Natural Stone, Kemper CPA Group, Wit Wisdom, The Hub Recreation Center, The Print Shop, Blush and Ivory Bridal Boutique, Moreland, Bishop McDonald's,